Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 21, where the Baltimore Orioles have just completed their fourth season, and I think it was pretty doggone successful. Yes, 77 and 85. Yes, our draft order is going to be a bit shit, but I think we'll probably lose our first round pick because I'm going to try to buy at least one top notch free agent. I don't think we're far off a playoff spot, and we've got lots of reinforcements potentially coming. But before we can do anything else, I'm just going to sim ahead a little bit, not even make any decisions, because we let our scouting director go. And until we get a new one, I don't want to just be going off of OSA, because OSA could be very, very, very wrong. So let's just sim, say, a week. A trade proposal. No. I'm not trading you for a worse player. And Mr. Palmero, as we discussed in the last episode, is probably going to be making the Major League roster. Were you the one I wanted for... He wants a giant sack of cash. But wait, which job did I actually want you for? Oh, for assistant GM. I am not paying an assistant GM $3 million over more money than I make. That's ridiculous. Yeah, bro, you are completely delusional. When I could say hire David Stearns for far less money. Yeah, mate, I would never pay the assistant GM over $1 million a year. That's just stupid. Come on, bro. I'm the GM. You're literally there to, like, make sure I've got my fucking coffee. Actually, I don't drink coffee, so we'll say tea. I do drink a lot of soda, though. Yeah, I'm going to keep getting offers until I decide what to do with Mr. Palmero, which is completely and utterly fair. I just hope our scouting director signs. Okay, we got our new pitching coach. That was a big one, and I'm really excited that we have him. We've got a nice, top quality pitching coach who can help us sort out some of our pitchers. Beautiful. Come on, scouting director. Oh, thank goodness. Not Justin Wilson. I'm glad he came back, but no, I have a scouting director now. Right. Let's go into the scouting budget. Because I'm not going to be relying as much on the draft this season. First of all, turn this off. OOTP, please disable this by default. Weren't you the general manager for Toronto? Maybe, but you're an awesome scout, and that's what I want you for. So we're going to tweak down amateur scouting to about 30%. And I'm going to pump a little bit more into international scouting. A little bit more into minor league. And then the rest is going to go into major league scouting. This seems perfect. I'm also going to increase your budget to $10 million. And then let's also kick in another million to our 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Done. Look at all this lovely money, my friends. It's time to spend it. No, we did just get a brand new scout. I hope he just automatically comes in and is like, bam, here's what I think. Oh, very nice. He's actually very high on Mr. Hancock. Yeah, he's like, you know what? This guy is bloody amazing. Good. But what do you think of Jack Leiter? Is he an 80, an 80, or an 80? You think he's even better? Wow. Oh, cool. It tells you what scouting category he falls under. Nice. Yeah, this is, yeah. Oh, it does keep my old scouting reports. But you can only read the one. That's fine. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm not going to rush him. I'm not going to rush him. I can't. Can I? Look, he's already going from high A to double A. I want to see how he handles double A. But my word. That is a tasty, tasty prospect. Okay. So, we're going to lose Mr. Palmera if we don't put him on the 40-man. Ah. You're a little bit less sanguine on him. Which is a shame. Let me get one more scouting report. When do free agents file? I've still got a couple of weeks. Perfection. Yeah, well, screw you, Michael Gersh. Screw you. Who hired you? Boston did. Well, good for you, mate. $1 million. Hey, look, I have a silver slugger, a catcher. What a shock. There we go. I probably need to activate the two of you also, even though I don't want to. Yeah, I've only got one slot on the 40-man. I've got some tough choices this offseason. I gotta try to trade you. And it's gotta be for a prospect because I can't afford to add another 40-man slot. And I think this is what I was offered. Oh, Jacob Sanford's actually not terrible. Ah. Although you're actually a nice little player, I also can't take you. Because you would instantly take up a 40-man slot. You know what, Mr. Chatham? I'm just going to go ahead and waive you. It is an ignominious end to what could have been a wonderful career. But, I mean, actually, maybe Clough. You're such an interesting dude. You're really good at drawing walks. You're kind of okay at playing shortstop. But guys like you are kind of a dime a dozen. Are you a more popular choice for trades? I know the problem is I'm not trading very good players, which is totally fair. I could get someone who's actually worse than you. You know what we're going to do? Clough and Chatham, you're being designated for assignment. I need the 40-man spots. Tate's a free agent and is going away. Now, if I change him to a starter, which I think is the issue, how does Mr. Avila look? Only slightly better. I'm going to trade him too, or at least try to. Because we can do better. We really can do better. Now, don't designate him for assignment. Trade him. Because we've got to make the most out of our... God, you really want to get rid of Jacob Sanford, Yankees? Did he, like, pee on somebody's dog or something? Yeah, Mr. Avila. I'm going to waive you too. Alright. We're going to wait for Paul for the... Oh, good Lord, Whitley. You cratered. It could be the injury, though. Yeah, I'm wondering if his issue is the injury, and then once he gets some more time, he'll look better. Holy crap, Dan Lotz. I remember trading for you. You're another possibility, but I also don't have to put you on the 40 man. All right, is there anybody? Wait, when is the Rule 5 draft? I've got loads of time. Let's not commit to anything just yet. Yeah, he bloody better win the bloody Silver Slugger. Oh, is Rafael Devers? No, he's not a rookie, so I'm safe there. I gotta get Rookie of the Year, right? Damn tootin'. Hey, there we go. Well done. Unanimous. Now, if you watched my last video, I gave it an interesting title, and we're gonna find out what happens. I wrote Lin, Ichiro, and Rushman. Those are the three. If Rushman gets it, they would be the only three players in Major League history who won Rookie of the Year and MVP in the same year. I don't know that he'll get MVP, but that was the meaning behind my last title. I didn't get Manager of the Year, and to be fair, I probably didn't deserve it. I'm not going to get Cy Young. I'm just, yeah. If a single Oriole got a single vote, I would genuinely be quite surprised. You're giving me a mediocre third baseman for a prospect who's actually got some legs to him. How about no? I didn't get MVP. Well, I hope it was close. That's all I'm saying. I hope it was close. Not very close. I mean, I guess it makes sense in a certain degree, but on the other hand, it doesn't make sense. Like, Boston was worse than I was. Well, we were the same. So you clearly can't say, oh, Boston got it because they made the playoffs. Because they didn't. And I mean, yes, Rafael Devers is an excellent third baseman. I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying, maybe not. But maybe he is. I don't know. Okay. Let's check on our arbitration, folks. Anyone we want to try to buy out. Cedric Mullins. Oops. Oh no, he's going to get pissy with me. That's alright. Tanner Scott. He's pissed at me. That's whatever. $1.4 million for Jose Castillo. Do we begin your conversion into a super awesome relief pitcher? Because Lord knows I've got enough starting pitchers. And because your stamina is so low, you're never going to give me 200 innings a year. If I change you to a reliever, how do you look? Do you gain a couple points on your stuff? You're actually quite a nice little swing man. I think that's what I'm going to do, and I think I will give you an extension. Ooh, not that low. A bit more than you're asking for. Yeah, I think that's where you're best suited. I'm going to make you a relief pitcher. And Mullins is probably going to be like, screw you, buddy. Do I have that last scouting report on him yet? When do I expect it? Here, Scouty McScoutface. 6 days. Thanks, buddy. You're going to tell me after he files for free agents. No, actually, it won't be after he files. I still have some time. That I'm going to wait. I'm not going to put him on the 40-man and waste a rare spot. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was a mistake on my part. Um, you want a pretty big raise. Let's cleave that off by 100K, and let's see if I can maybe buy out the rest of your arbitration years. No, I think that's fair. Here, 960 grand. It's still, look, it's still a pretty nice raise. And look, nobody wanted you three. So go to the minors, and let's see if you can try not sucking. And take them off of waivers. Alright, Whitley's crash is disconcerting. But it's not the end of the world. And we do have quite a lot of talented players who can fill in at various places. That's what goes without saying. Okay. What about you? I like Delvin Allegra, but he's just... He's still extremely raw. Extremely raw. Despite being in our system, or despite playing in the minors now for 4 straight seasons, is he the best use of a 40-man roster slot? If I offer him up, what could I acquire? Because he's got more of an upside than your average rookie. Alright. So we've got Jorge Barrosa, who's a nifty little outfielder, but I can guarantee you would take a 40-man spot. Yes. Tristan Casas. Oh no, you're a tempting little fellow. What? Interesting. He had a terrible year for Boston, though. Maybe, but let's keep looking. Reese Hines. Outstanding power, potentially. And we don't have a ton of power in the system. My question is... Oh, perfect. Mr. Hines, I think you make a fine addition to my collection. Because I don't have any elite level power in my system. And yes, I recognize that you aren't going to make a huge amount of contact, but you are a very high quality, there's a lot of potential in you. Even if I end up converting you to a first baseman in the future, I think you have the world of potential. Now, can I get super greedy and also get Toral? And if I do ask for both, what am I going to have to pay? He'll think about it? What about you? Oh, please. Let's make the offer. You're giving me a no way, but you're also not asking for much in return. What could I give you? I mean, I could give you a 27-year-old center fielder who can't actually play center field and is generally terrible. Yeah, let's do it. Really? You're gonna call me out on this, Stearns? Really? I mean, I doubt they're gonna give me anything more. You'd be an excellent reliever, Mr. Davila. Yeah, you're not gonna give me that. You know what? I'm not gonna dispute it. I'm giving you a good pitching prospect, but getting two fantastic hitting prospects in return. I think that's an easy decision. At least it is for me. Mr. Hines and Mr. Sprake and Mr. Torrell, I'm taking personal control over your development. First of all, you're all in your mid-20s. What league did you play in last year? Double A. Double A for you. High A for you. Your first pro season wasn't a waste, but I also want to see you get a bit more time before I commit to you. You were last in Double A and accounted for yourself quite well, so I think you can go to Triple A. All right. Manoah. I would be incredibly stupid to let someone claim you on the 40-man in the Rule 5 draft. You're the number 93 prospect. You get a 40-man roster spot. Mr. Radish here. Sorry, Bradish. Whatever. Bradish. You're not useless. If you get claimed, you get claimed. If you don't, you don't. I don't really lose too much sleep either way. And then Tate, yeah, you're gone anyway. Brady Encarnacion. You had quite a nice season in Double A. This is true. And it still looks like you've got a decent amount of potential that's going to depend on how well your curveball turns out. You've got a bit more stuff coming, but our biggest issue right now is we have a lot of pitchers that don't have much movement. And as we saw last episode, our park is not kind to, yeah. You're such a marginal prospect, though. And I've got so many extremely talented pitching prospects. First of all, Pierrette could be so good. Instantly, 40-man. Grayson Rodriguez. Really nice potential. 40-man. I'm also going to bump Rodriguez up to Double A. I want to put him in the fire and see how he comes out. I've only got 2 spots left. Some of them are going to get opened up again when I put people back on the disabled list. If I trade Brady Encarnacion, what could I get for him? I look at this complete package and I'm just not sold on it. Although, on the other hand, he had a very nice year in Double A. And so maybe before I give up on him, I ought to give him a shot in Triple A. Alright, you've won a spot. Pierrette, I think we're going to leave you in... The ERA is terrible. Edit stat row. Can you please give me hits per 9? And his BABIP on the front page. I definitely want to know ground out percentage as soon as I look at somebody. Can I get super greedy and also get FIP and FIP minus? I can. And I definitely want strikeout to walk ratio. That's really important. Like, I don't really care how many hits you allowed in total. It's the rate stats that are more predictive. Yes. Okay. Now I can go back and have a look. Okay, FIP tells a different story. FIP tells me he's much closer to league average when we factor in everything. Good strikeout to walk ratio. Allowed 11 hits per 9. We'd obviously like that to come down. The peripheral suggests to me he maybe just got unlucky. And I'm going to go ahead and give him a shot in Double A also. Yeah, right now my biggest concern with you, Jack, is going to be your workload. If you can give me 100 quality innings in Double A, I will skip you past Triple A. Because you're that damn good. Hancock, I don't know, bro. We'll think about it. And then I don't have to make a decision on lots, which is really nice. So basically the question is 40-man spot number 40 going to Preston Palmeiro? Or is it going to go to, like, Toral? Oh, man. Wait. Let's do some comparison, right? Toral and Palmeiro, would you kindly compare these players for me? Okay. Like, Toral's just better up and down. He'll strike out a little bit less, but if we look at potential, there's no contest. And Toral favors righties slightly. But here's the comparable players. I was looking for those earlier. By age, please. There is no comparison. Chink Taylor? Oh, because he's never actually played in the majors. God damn it. Really? Yeah, so it just picks like this random list of players who never actually played. Really? This is totally useless. But I still like the idea that the comparable players are still in there. I'm going to wait for the scouting report, but I will be totally honest with you. I will probably trade Palmeiro in a heartbeat unless the scouting report tells me something grand. There's Mullins. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, hang on, head scout. Here we go. Yeah, it's like, why? Poor Palmeiro. Last episode, I kept talking him up, and I thought he'd be a good first baseman, and he still might be. But I can't afford to use a 40-man spot on him. A lot of people have been asking about him. What could I get for you in exchange? Let's start with prospects. But I woke up to regulars and even veterans for the right players. Alright. So prospects, not really anything. Let's reach out and see what kind of quality we could add to the team. I'm getting a lot of offers. Like, so many offers. most of whom are admittedly quite expensive. We need elite level hitters, which doesn't seem like they're being offered. Or I need a frontline starting pitcher. I mean, George Springer isn't bad. I'm just not paying $24 million a year for that. Let's not be ridiculous. Anthony Rendon? Rendon? You tempt me, LA. You do tempt me. No opt-out, no team options. I don't think I can take this. Unless I can get LA to eat a substantial portion of his contract, then I'd think about it. Because $38 million, which is what it's going to be starting next season, is just... It's great for Rendon right this second. I've also got Perdomo, who's on a bad third baseman in his own right. Alright. How much of his contract will you eat? Will you eat half of his contract? No. I can't afford it. I like it. I like the idea. I think this is a little too rich for my blood. Garrett Cole's an even worse deal. Noah Syndergaard. I do want a top-line starter. He's got good control, good movement, pretty good power. Not that that matters. We're in the AL. It's got an opt-out. And if he opts out, he opts out. Remember, I'm not really giving up a lot. I think Syndergaard's the front runner. In all honesty. Okay, there are no elite level hitters, so let's only look at starting pitchers, please. Okay, so it's going to come down to, do I want... Come on, OOTP. Trevor Bauer very clearly stated he would only take one-year deals. You should know that. Alright, so we got two 70s and a 60. Zach Wheeler. Wheeler's got a shorter contract than Syndergaard. And admittedly, he didn't have a great season for Philadelphia. But he's got a shorter contract that's actually cheaper. Then again, Syndergaard could opt out after next season, and then I only have him for 2 years. How is he normal for injury proneness? Hasn't Noah Syndergaard been injured like 2 or 3 different times? Maybe he hasn't. He'd lead the league in innings pitched, and I do need a reliable frontline starter. Garrett Cole's been more consistent, and he led the league in ERA. But his contract's also a lot more expensive. And I still have lots of other holes to fill. So I'm going to make this for Noah Syndergaard. And I'm going to try to get you to suck in, to kick in as much salary as you'll consider. And they eat 15% of the salary? Hopefully you get back to me really quickly, because if you don't... Done. Oh, that was... Okay. Yes, that's the story. Not Baltimore Orioles acquired Noah Syndergaard. It's the New York Mets acquired Preston Palmeiro, who's going to instantly become a free agent if they don't put him on their 40-man. Come on, dude. Come on. Yeah, that's... And I think he's got the perfect skill set for us. Good movement, very good control. He probably won't age super well because he's only got the 1+ pitch. But for the time we've got him, I'm very pleased. And we've still got a buttload of money that we can use to bring in a couple of quality hitters. And Tanner Scott is whatever. You will give me a mediocre starting pitcher for a pitcher who will someday be a mediocre starting pitcher. I don't think you know how trades work, my dude. I don't think you know how trades work. No one wants Preston Morrison. We got some international free agents too. Nice. All right. Joey Gallo. Xander Bogaerts, Josh Bell, Chris Sale, Brandon Belt. I'm kidding. No one wants Brandon Belt. Let's talk, my dudes. Okay. We're going to start with a very important thing to mention. I'm only looking at hitters. I don't want anything else but a hitter. All right. Josh Bell wants to get paid. I'm not sure he's worth it. He's definitely not worth what he's asking. Maybe he is. Maybe. Andrew Benintendi. Like, here's the thing. I'm seeing that, yes, these top-notch hitters are very expensive, but then I'm seeing a lot of players just below that price range. Like, I'm not going to piss away a first-round draft pick if I don't have to. And none of these hitters are, like, truly elite. Do me a favor. Scout for me Benintendi. Here. Scout the top 5 here. Probably not Bogaerts, actually. I'd maybe just these top 4. Give me some scouting reports on them. Is there anyone else I would back up a Brinks truck for? Gary Sanchez has phenomenal power, but I also don't need catchers right now. Um, yeah, once you get beyond like the top-notch free agents, it's actually a pretty bad free agent class for hitters. Marcelo Osuna wouldn't be a terrible idea. I could go the Indians route and sign Yasiel Puig. Like, he's already better than any right fielder I put up last season. I know his last year with Arizona wasn't super great. He hasn't actually been that productive. Maybe we pass on him. Nelson Cruz. Yeah, Nelson Cruz is a shadow of his former self. I'd also take a left-handed hitting first baseman so that Mountcastle doesn't have to play quite so often. And, you know, I guess to that extent, Brandon Belt wouldn't be a terrible ad. And he did have a good year last year. He just didn't have such a good year the year before that, or the year before that, or the year before that, or the year before that. So, you know. We could also pick up, like, Chris Bloody Sale. Or Kevin Gausman. Just out of curiosity. No. I would offer you a 3-year deal, and I want 2 team options. That's my price for signing you. I think you'll be worth $24 million next year. I don't think you'll be worth $24 million after that. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not risking that long a contract on a pitcher who's already 33. I will, however, happily try to grab ourselves Won-Il Kim. I think that's a lovely idea. Alright. Let us advance. First of all, how many 40-man spots do I have now? I have none because Dylan Tate is still here. I thought he filed for free agency. Well, I'm going to make your life easier, and I'm just going to say if you want free agency now, you've got it. Like, I'm looking at this roster. Is it worth it? Like, is it worth backing up the Brinks truck for, say, a Josh Bell when I've already got some pretty talented players? And that if I just give them time to grow, they might be fantastic. I would like to add one veteran outfielder. I think that's my goal for this draft. Or this free agency period, sorry. If I'm actually not going to lose my first round draft pick, though, I should invest a little more heavily into seeing who I might be able to acquire. 2023, please. All players. Just tell them, please scout 789 players. Don't do that, please. Let's get scouting reports, stretching up to here. Scout everyone in the draft pool. This is actually a very bad draft to have a high pick. No one seems to be that exciting. Okay, we're getting some scouting here. Here is Takoa Roby. Absolutely not. Hunter Haas. Hmm. Possibly. With the 11th overall pick, I don't need a generational player. I just need a possible starter. If he's stuck at shortstop with this skill set, I think he has the chance to be someone of very high value. So I'm going to put him under the draft guys short list. Carson Tucker. Yeah, sure. I'd think about him too. Blaze Jordan. I like elite level power, and I think he's got that. So I'm going to go ahead and put you... Oh, no, you're already on my draft guys list. Okay. Let's continue a bit. Oh, no. Don't take Dylan Tate. Malone, Tolentino. There's a lot of very similar players. He's the one I'd actually pass on, though. Because he doesn't have two offensive tools. He just has one. He just has the ability to draw walks. And he would need to have elite level shortstop play for me to give him the time of day. Congratulations, New York Mets. You're more than welcome to him. Drew Bowser is a bit better. Does have potentially good power. He had 14 homers 1 year in college. I'd consider you on my draft guys list. This is just a crummy draft, and that's fine. There's not much we can do about that. Okay, so Jake Tucker is the guy I won't be getting. That's fine. I'll put him on my list just because you never know. But yeah, I'm not gonna get him. But it seems like he's the best in this draft. Let's proceed a bit further. The thing is, he's focusing... Ooh, Nick Bitsko also kicks up a little bit. I like his skill set. Milt Dotson. Third baseman. Ooh. I like you. You're extremely raw, but you've got potential. A lot of potential. Brad Timmerman. Meh. Brendan Girton. Meh. As a reliever, he's actually quite nice. I'd consider taking him as a reliever, so I'll put him on the draft guys list. And then Jashia Morrissey is meh. There's about 5 other players like you in the draft, so I'm not gonna... Can I please start getting some of my Major League scouting done, please? David Herrera... Elite level power. Like, the rest of his game isn't that exciting, but all it takes is a great system and some training, and he could break this potential. You're on my draft guys list. Malachi Knight. There's a dozen guys like you. Aiden Sims. What even are you? You're a slap hitter who doesn't play the outfield all that well. Maybe? Chris White? Much more well-rounded. Actually like you quite a bit better. When do I actually think I'm going to get useful reports on the major leaguers that I want? Here they are. And look, you're only going to scout one more player. That's a minor leaguer, so I think that's fine. Phil Cox. Oh. Oh, I like you. I like you quite a lot. You're an extremely well-rounded hitter who won't hit for a ton of contact, but you have the defensive profile to stick at center. And a center fielder who can hit 25 to 30 homers a year is always something worth adding to your team. All right, Andrew Benintendi, 55 out of 80. Give me some more. Before I'm going to bust open my pocketbook, I need to see that he's worth adding to the roster. Especially because he replaced Cedric Mullins. Who, and I have, I'm not going to sell my franchise short for Cedric Mullins, but Mullins is already kind of okay. And I wouldn't pay, say, 20% better than Cedric Mullins 15 times his salary. That seems like a good way to get screwed. We do like Josh Bell. Okay. Let's get another report. There's something to be said for Joey Gallo. The dude hits his homers, and the dude draws his walks. Oh, he also already signed with LA. Thanks, jerk. Brandon Belt. Like, as a couple-year player, to just be his platoon guy, I could see signing Brandon Belt. Damn it, Anaheim, or LA, whatever you're calling yourselves. I was actually really tempted to grab Josh Gallo, or Joey Gallo. Oh, well. Josh Bell, my dude, $30 million a year is kind of absurd. I'd have to think very carefully before signing you. Chris Sale went to the Cubs, and he got what he wanted. Good for him. Ooh, Hall of Fame voting. Yes, please. Carlos Beltran. Without getting too political, Signgate was really, really stupid. But at the same time, Carlos Beltran is definitely a Hall of Famer. And if I'm going to say Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens deserve it, I don't see how I can say Carlos Beltran doesn't. I'm going to throw him in there. You can feel free to disagree with me. I know a lot of people were disgusted about it. I live in Houston, but I don't root for the Astros. I have no particular investment in their future. I'll always be an Indians fan, and I will until I die. I don't dislike him. I just don't think that he's like the second coming of the Antichrist just because of his cheating. But that's me. You are more than free to share your own opinions in the comments. You probably won't change my mind, but maybe you'll change someone else's, and that's fine too. Love for Julio, big love for Todd Helton. Ryan Howard. No. Tim Hudson. I think so. I think Tim Hudson's going to be the new normal for starting pitchers in the Hall of Fame. Because we're never going to get 300 wins again. I don't see it happening possibly ever again. Andrew Jones, I've got his son on my team. I ought to go ahead and give him a shot. Andy Pettit, maybe. Definitely Manny Ramirez. Definitely Scott Rowland. Gary Sheffield, I think, without a doubt. And then I'm going to use my last vote on Billy Wagner. Because I think Billy Wagner was severely underrated as a pitcher just because he didn't close all that long. Like, we look at his career, right? For a lot of seasons, he was just a really good reliever. So I'm going to submit this ballot. Done. Let's go up to winter meetings, and then I might see who's still available. Nice. Sign a free agent. It's not that I don't want Josh Bell. I don't want Josh Bell for $30 million a year. And I think you're absolutely insane if you think you'll get one. What's the current asking price on you? You only want a 4-year deal. Let's trim out some of the back end of this. Can I get mega greedy? Can I get a couple of team option years, please? If he would take this deal, I will happily sign Josh Bell. No. It's not the $30 million I object to. It's the not having any protection if it turns out you suck. Nope, he won't give me team options. Then screw him. Let's look at the outfielders. What do we got? Benintendi's gone. I could bring Trey Mancini back, but I'm not convinced he'd be a good addition. Right, here's the issue. Here's the thing with Yasiel Puig. He doesn't cost very much. It's not going to... Like, I'm basically going to give him nothing. And then if he turns out great, he turns out great. And if he doesn't, that's fine too. So let me go ahead and do that. I'll offer you a $1.5 million. Why not? You'd be a good all-around hitter, but that power is a bit troubling. Do you have anyone who's really high potential? You know what? I'll offer you both a minor league deal. Why not? Yeah, if we sign Puig, the only other player I'd even consider is Marcell Ozuna. I mean, we could bring Trey Mancini back. I just don't think he's got much of a role anywhere but designated hitter. And I can probably do better. Uh, Scouty McScout Face. Talk to Osuna. Let's see if he's any good. No thanks. And you know what? They paid Josh Bell what he wanted. Hats off to you. I wasn't going to pay that level of money for a player that wasn't elite. I will pay $40 million for an elite player before I'll pay $25 million for a bad player. Kate. I've got an open spot. I could see using it on you. Oh, that was dumb of me. Now I can't take a, Oh, here we go. My head scout is what I want. That's not bad. But it's also not a lot better than Cedric Mullins. So I think we'll just keep Mullins and see what happens. Is there anyone any good in the Rule 5 draft before I think about making an open spot? There's a few. Including you. I think I'm good. I don't think I'm gonna get involved in the Rule 5 this year. I also don't have any spots, so that's the other issue. That's fine. Ooh, JT Riddle. I could see why you'd want him. I'm just not that impressed. I wouldn't have taken him. I know I said this is going to be a big offseason. It's actually been kind of quiet. Yeah, nice job, Zaidi. Now that he's already signed with Boston. To be fair, I could have changed around the priority. That's on me. And now again we see Josh Bell, it turns out, is actually pretty damn good, and we also don't care anymore. Is there anyone else that you're currently scouting for me that I no longer need? No. That's good. There we go. And our other ace in the hole is we've got a number of interesting prospects, and I can just be like, hey, want you some Jaron Kendall? Gimme. And then they have to gimme. And I can take on some salary that way. Who is a top-notch level hitter that is on the trading block? Where's that other dude? Terrell. Yeah, he's... Oh. I could see promoting you. Can I get a scouting report on him, please? What do we got on the trade block? Maybe this is where we make our splash. Trading block. Andrew McCutcheon, you say? I could kick the tires on that. play him in left, shift Mullins, or make Mullins a DH or something. A bit more power is always welcome. Mr. Zaidi, have a chat with his people. Because he probably wouldn't cost much. Oh. One more time. I'm very seriously thinking of promoting him. Andrew McCutcheon. Okay. We're fairly confident. Guys, this is a pretty low-risk sighting. What would it even take to get him? Oh, Miami's just desperate to shed salary. Look, you're not getting my very best prospects, but I definitely would give you, like, a mediocre prospect. How about him? He needs to think about it first. You know, I did have to trade someone who's on the 40-man. This is true. Actually, let's start with the 40-man. Kyle Lewis still has so much potential. I don't want to give up on him too quick. Maybe he needs another year in AAA or something. I don't know. How about Clay Fisher? He wants a little bit more. What is a little bit more? A 24-year-old bad pitcher. Okay. Here's the thing, though. If Yasiel Puig signs, he's almost as good as McCutcheon, and he's cheap. I do need a DH. Let's advance a couple of days. Because I doubt their opinion is going to change. I just want to see if we sign Puig. I did get Juan El Kim, who was someone I desperately wanted. Please give me control over him. I'm going to elevate you immediately to AAA. Yeah, see, you've got a load of possible potential, and you're a left-handed hitter. And you did pretty well. You're a very good platoon partner for Ryan Mountcastle. That's a possible growth area. Has he already signed, or is he still just thinking about it? You forgot my trade? Come on, dude. What are my team... Oh, this doesn't tell me what my team needs. Here you go, strength overview. Yeah, we're pretty terrible when it comes to first baseman. That's known. Where's Baltimore on second base? Here we go. Yeah, see, you're silly. Luis Garcia is a pretty darn good second baseman. Third base, Perdomo. Unless you list Garcia here, which you might. Baltimore Orioles. I apparently just don't have a shortstop, I guess. No, here it is. Luis Garcia is 23rd. That's fine. There's left field. There's center field. And there's right field. Starting pitching. I've got a pretty deep starting pitching team. Okay. Do we still go after... Alright, before we go any farther, Cedric Mullins hits contact. Yeah, I can't get rid of you. I don't see a huge benefit to replacing you because you've produced consistently and you're not very expensive. I know you're not an elite level player, but it's also not that massive a deal. Yeah, we're just gonna continue for the moment. I think Poog is probably our best call, and if we can't get him, we can look into grabbing someone else. Tochi, I mean, we can probably improve at center. If there's a quality center fielder, it's still available. I could kick the tires on a good center fielder. Alright, here we go. You are instantly getting promoted to the Major League roster. Oh, and I don't have any room on the 40-man. I didn't even think of that. Can I put people back on the DL now? No, I can't. Well, poop. Maybe I just trade Kyle Lewis. Like, I know he's got elite level power, but so does Larnach. And he's still got some room to grow. Lewis is pretty much done. You know what? I'd rather trade Kendall first. Maybe not. Kendall's a really good defensive center fielder. Hits for real good power and can draw walks. He just hasn't produced. Maybe Kendall is the guy to trade. Give me some prospects, yo. Any position is fine. I'm just trying to clear up the 40-man. That's all I care about right now. Nobody. Well, I don't want to give him away for nothing. If I put you... actually, you're good enough to stick at shortstop now. I don't think I'm going to pull you out of playing shortstop. One second, please. Maybe we take a shot on waiving Fisher. Because I do want Poog on the roster, so I'm gonna waive him and hope we get lucky. And then I'm going to put Kyle Lewis on the trade block and see what we can acquire for him. Let's compare Miller and Tochi and see who should actually be our center fielder. Compare. All right. Tochi hits for better contact. Miller is better at drawing walks. Other than that, they're about the same. Miller's a better runner. Miller is more sure-handed, but a tiny bit worse for an arm. Miller also plays 3 positions, so I think he'd be a very good choice as a backup center fielder. I will find something to do with you. You know what I'm going to do? I keep looking at Torrell. I keep thinking he is an excellent... If I set you as first base... Yeah. I think once the season starts and I can start putting these injured people on the DL and free up some 40 spots, I think I promote you. No, Lotes is also left-handed. You are also left-handed. And you're a bit more well-rounded, but what I really liked was Torrell's raw power, which no one else on the team has right now. Like, he would be the team's best power hitter. In terms of rating, at least. I mean, to be fair, Rushman hit 43 homers last year, so maybe I shouldn't, disparage him. And Clay Fisher got through waivers, as I suspected he might. Oof, Jeff Kent didn't make it. That's a shame. Gary Sheffield's got a chance next year. Other than that, there's not too many shocking surprises here. Billy Wagner's doomed. Manny, probably also. We need to play up to the preseason so that the league year begins. Nicky Delmonico, no. I'm not even going to talk any further with you. Don't waste my time. Who is coming up for arbitration next year? Anybody big? Cedric Mullins is kind of getting a big head. Let's see how this year goes before I offer you a new contract. I mean, we shouldn't bury the lead here, which is that I added one of the best starting pitchers in baseball for a mediocre prospect. Let's get some scouting in on him. Let's talk to him over the preseason. That's the thing. The salary's only going to start increasing when Rushman becomes eligible for arbitration. And I'm going to give him a giant contract after this season, I think. Scout him, please. Scout him now. And we're just going to set up to start spring training and then make some changes there. Okay, so we think Syndergaard's maybe not quite as good as advertised. He's still the best starter on our roster, though. And I'm hoping there's some kind of effect where he can, like, teach people and be an awesome dude. Help the rest of our very young rotation figure out how to do the baseball good. Yeah, I just don't see... I know I should check free agency for center fielders. That's true. That's true. Albert Almora Jr. Nope. Poor Trey Mancini. I bet he'd love to come home. I really bet he would. And I also don't think he'd be all that helpful. So, I'm sure someone will sign you. Eventually. Yeah, there's really just a bunch of not very good players here. I'm sorry, Gary Sanchez. I'm not giving up a draft pick for you. I don't care if you do hit 30 homers a year and play pretty decent defense. On my team, you'd be a backup. That's not worth a first-round pick. I could sign Edwin Diaz and go for, like, the bullpen to end all bullpens. Let's scout him a bit, actually kind of like the idea of adding a new closer. Now, you know what, bro? Let's get you on, like, a 4-year deal. And then that way I can demote Scott and have him be a little bit less worried. Nope. Hey. I think that was a really good call. I think a truly elite level bullpen guy. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and waive Yohan Ramirez. And if he gets through, that's fine. If he doesn't, that's fine too. I think Edwin Diaz offers us a much better closer. And then we'll make some other decisions as time progresses. Yeah. Like, we didn't spend anywhere near as much money as I thought we would. And I think that's totally okay. No, Jacob Wilson's a bad player. Please stop. And Ramirez cleared waivers, as I suspected he might. Oh, I've got to demote him first, don't I? Then I can take him off of waivers. Done. And then give me spring training begins, and then we can make some other decisions. Some people got promoted. That sounds fine. Spring training. All right. We're going to load the crap out of this with young players. First, let's put... you're actually going to recover in a couple of weeks. You need 6 weeks. You need 5 more months. So you're instantly going on the 60-day DL. Hancock, Kim, Lotz, Torrell, Leiter. I'm willing to give him a shot. That seems good. That seems very good. Yeah, nice 44 players here. Once your UCL gets back, I'm probably going to trade you, in all honesty. Give me a quick scouting report. Same on Whitley. Man, I am really sad that Whitley has kind of floundered so badly. Damn. How can I keep Leiter out of the majors if we're really trying to... No. No. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Settle down, Avi. Don't promote him to the majors this season. You don't have to. Okay. Okay. When's the last report I've had on you? How is your control? That's what I'm most concerned about. And then we're going to go lineups and depth charts. Go nuts, bench coach. 6-man rotation, please. And go nuts. So what we'll do, guys, is we will set our 26-man roster, and then I'm going to go ahead. Ooh, I think Falter's actually a bit better. Nice. Once we have the chance, we're going to sim up to opening day, and then we'll probably end the episode. I'm going to at least set the roster. Oh, God. Your control. You know, I can probably work with this, but I think you'd benefit most from another year in AAA. I can't. I can't let you face major league hitters with control that's that bad. Unless I just turn you into, like, a mega reliever, which maybe that's the future. He's a 65 out of 80. What are you doing to me, game? Let's get another scouting report. Let's see how ridiculous he is. Hancock's control still isn't much better, but that's fine. I don't see how I can keep Leiter in the minors. I don't. He's so fucking good. He really is. Emerson Hancock is not going to be a relief pitcher. He's definitely going to be a starter, but I understand that for right now you're a bit confused. Some nice improvements in some other places. That's fine. Ooh, Luis Garcia's eye got better. Not what I expected to improve on yet. I expected he'd start improving his power, but hey. How did he do a shortstop last year? A bit below average. I'm willing to give him a shot, though. Like, seriously. Jack Leiter. You're making it impossible. Oh, come on, dude. Really? This is going to be your year, bro. And then you have a concussion? You're not even going to be on the opening day roster, I don't think. That's unfortunate. 65 of 80. Like, let's say the worst happens and we ruin him. He's still the second best starter on our roster and arguably slightly better than Noah Syndergaard. Well, that's probably cost you a roster spot. Bad timing for you. Another week. And my owner has been ragging my ass about not playing players that we drafted, right? I'm gonna do it, aren't I? I'm gonna freaking put Jack Leiter on the Major League roster a year after I drafted him. I think I have to. I don't think I can keep him in the minors. His awesomeness cannot be contained. Right, okay. Step one, I need to get rid of 14 pitchers. Alright. Rodriguez. Where was I going to send you? Double A. Done. Back with whatever. Triple A. Castillo, I'm going to leave you as a relief pitcher. Kate, you're going back to Triple A. Encarnacion, you're going back to Double A. Evans to the minors. Falter is a highly probable starting pitcher for this team. Oh no, it was Ober that got better, wasn't it? Yeah, it's not Falter. No, actually, neither one of them are that impressive. Triple A for Falter. Hancock. You're starting pitcher, bro, and you're going to Triple A. Kim, when do I have to promote you? Before day 30 of the regular season. Okay. I could just put you on the 40-man and keep you as long as I wanted. But I want you to get some experience there first. You and you're both starting pitchers. Please stop appearing to be relievers. I get why it happened. It's because that's just how the AI rolls. But yeah, you're both starting pitchers. I don't want you relieving. Manoa to the minors. And PRA to Double A. How many pitchers am I down to now? 17. Good lord. I still got to get rid of 4 more. Whitley, Triple A. I'm not putting him on the IL. You know what? Fine. I'll put him on the injured list, and then I'll demote him to Triple A. Quit being weird, dude. Bruce Zimmerman is going back to Norfolk. What are we down to? I think we demote Ober. $14. I still got to get rid of 1 more pitcher. How did you do last season, Fletcher? Not super great. Let's get you a bit more experience in the minors. Maybe work on that slider some to start off the year. Yeah, Guerrero was actually quite good. Okay, now I've only got to get rid of 2 hitters. Lots or Torrell? Torrell or Lots? I need raw power on this team. I think Lots goes back to the minors. And then I don't need this many outfielders. Well, you got worse, Tochi. I think Miller's the better center fielder right now. And then I do actually want Garcia in. I want him to develop. He needs more time in the minors. I'm sending him to Double A. And then I do need a shortstop. It is known. Shit. Hmm. Brujan. No, Brujan can sort of play short. Who on my 40-man is an infielder? The answer is no one. Woof. You know what? I'm going to try to trade Kyle Lewis for an opening day shortstop. Shortstop, let's say. And I'll also look at regulars, too. I just don't believe in Kyle Lewis anymore. He's performed too poorly over too long a period. I am buying one for $12 million. You can be sure of that, my friend. Danny Mendick would actually be a pretty nice backup to have. He hits okay for power, okay for contact. Yeah. Straight up. Give me that Danny Mendick action. Unless I can get someone better. Ethan Murray? I still like Mendick better. Jose Peraza. Oh, you're quite nice. But maybe not. Kevin Merrill. Intriguing. But I need someone who can play... Oh. Oh, game. How can you give me a prospect like this and expect me to say no? A middle infielder who can hit like a first baseman. And I don't even have to use a 40-man roster spot on him. This wasn't my plan, but I'm going to do it. Or am I? You know what? He could be lying. I think we go for Mendick. Burrito, you only play second. Pinder. You kind of play everywhere. But you're a terrible shortstop. Oh, game. Really? Really? A power hitting shortstop? I'm taking him and I'm promoting him to the majors instantaneously. Like worst case scenario, Senor Cruz becomes an overqualified DH. Where'd you put him? Where did Cruz go? Where even is he? I'm so confused right now. Where did my player go? Let me check my email. Okay, you're in the rookie league. That's fine. Promote to Baltimore. And I still have one open spot. I could use another outfielder. Not Garcia, though. Tochi, you can come back. I can stick you on the roster and then just let Miller be the starting center fielder. There's value in you. Okay. I need 3 40-man spots, and I only have 2. Lighter. 40-man. Toral, 40-man. And then who can I have a lot of pitchers. Can I trade Zimmerman? I have so many pitchers right now, you guys. So many pitchers. I'm getting a lot of results for Mr. Zimmerman. I have to put you on the 40-man, so pass. Done. You are a potential top-notch outfielder. I'm going to look and see if there's any 60s hiding out, but I don't think there are. There is a 70. What? How can I say no? I'm going to take him now before we lose our minds. Where are you, Mr. Cabrera? There we go. I'm definitely going to be guiding your development. Like, holy shit. Why on earth would Tampa Bay give this guy up? I genuinely can't figure it out. Oh, you're starting in Double-A. How did I do that? Why would Tampa Bay, for even 1/10 of 1 second, let this guy go? They must know something about him we don't. Hey, scout him, please. But damn. I'm going to set him as a right fielder, though. He is slightly better at it. There you go. That's nuts, dude. I know I got my 40-man spot for Senor Cruz. Man, that was... How did that happen? I'm totally and utterly thunderstruck. Stay respectable. I think we can manage that. I actually feel guilty. How did we get a prospect this good for an okay at best starting pitcher? Man. He's the number 5 prospect in Major League Baseball, and I just acquired him for basically nothing. I have 3 in the top 10. Let's get all the zaniness, right? No. Prospect pipeline. How many players do we have in the top 100 of prospects? 9. And Reese Hines just barely missed it. And let's include, I added 2 of them this offseason. I've added 2 of them in the last 10 minutes. Wow. Just crazy talk. I do want you to get plenty of minor league time so that you can unlock your full potential. But damn. And all of this, and I barely spent any money in the offseason. So we've still got loads of money to sign these outstanding young players. We don't have to go with the bullshit of that certain owners who shall remain nameless, cough cough the Dolans, cough cough, can say, we can't afford Frankie Lindor. We can afford to sign these guys, or we're going to die trying. This was a great offseason. So great. Just so I don't forget, let me clear all depth charts and clear all lineups, and I'm going to do the same for the pitching staff. And then in the next episode, we're going to fix this up real nice. Whoa. Go ahead and remove both these guys from the short list. I know who they are now. Look at this bloody rotation. Tyler Ivy's probably like, shit, I better do real good this year, or I'm going to get replaced. As well you should, my friend. So good. So good. When did you draft him? He was even a third-round pick, which makes us even better. Damn. Alright, guys. That's going to go and end this episode. I hope you're enjoying so far. Anything could happen next season. There is a non-zero chance that we not only make the playoffs, but, I mean, is this a World Series team? Is this like a low-key World Series team? I genuinely don't know. Like, admittedly, we only have one outstanding player on offense, but everyone else ranges from pretty good to acceptable. And we've got reinforcements coming once Garcia's healthy. I just... Damn. Like, I might seriously consider doing away with Bannon. Like, maybe we try to trade him to some team that values his home run power more than we do. Or maybe we just send him to AAA and then let Garcia have second base. In fact, you know what? Let's change him to a second baseman. Yeah. And then screw it. I'm going to let Cruz play shortstop and just get some experience playing it. Because that's his issue, right? He's got plenty of raw talent. Let's do it. But that's going to be for next episode. I hope you've been enjoying. If you have, please remember to give the video a like. Subscriptions are always highly welcomed. We also appreciate comments if you have any. How we basically threw Daniel Cabrera in a sack and dragged him away from his team in the middle of the night. Or how Jack Leiter was the first overall draft pick 1 year ago, and I'm already saying I have to put him in the majors. So good. Until next time, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.